was just being fed by a local earlier. But anyway, my live video won't be about this, but how Russia will benefit from this war in the Middle East. Actually, Trump is making sure that Russia would benefit, and it's ironic in a way. So actually, what is with the Ukraine war? I don't get it, except there's another topic, but I can't talk about it much because it's something not maybe they will cut my live video off. Like, I think the reason why Trump supports Putin is that, you know, they are against the LGBTQ community. So that's the reason, the other reason. So that's why Ukraine is a topic that, you know, is now in the background, and they don't care about Ukraine much. A lot of cats around, but at the same time the public transportation is very crowded. Every time it's a difficulty for me to get off the tram or the bus, it's so crowded. Today it's a very windy day, that's why I put on my glasses, because I can't, my eyes hurt so much from the wind. And okay, here it's not as bad, you know, like in for example a hill, you know, like the area where I'm stuck, you know, the place where we rent is like a hill, kind of, not exactly, but yeah. So it's 200 meters or so above sea level, that area, and it's very windy there, so my eyes got very hurt. I can barely open it, and besides it's sunny. Anyway, returning to the topic of wars, the only benefit is to Russia, and the civilians are going to suffer because nobody would help them. You know, in Lebanon there's internal migration due to the bombardment, obviously, in Beirut and also in the countryside in Lebanon. So, you know, this war is just going to make the economic crash in I mean across the world, and especially, I mean, where I am. The video is cut actually for some reason. I don't know why I'm not allowed to say. I was just saying that the impact on the civilians, like in Lebanon, you know, there's internal migration there, and civilians move from one place to the next. Imagine the suffering, but we are also going to be impacted economically, like all of us, those who are not part of this financial system and stuff. We are going to have trouble, and I already fear. Actually, the thing is, but I just don't want to be, because I know I'm not going to be able to solve the situation. I'm not. Anyway, behind me here, diversion from the main topic. As you know, this is the Ayub Sultan Mosque. You know, it's visited by locals and tourists alike, and as you know, before Constantinople was conquered, there was Sultan Ayubi, and he came here to conquer the city, but he couldn't, and he fell, you know, and so he died here, and the tomb, and well, the mosque is, so the tomb is very nearby, so there's a mosque here for, yeah, to remember him. I mean, but it was much later than Constantinople was conquered, you know. So Ayub, Sultan Ayubi came here much earlier than that, like because this city was conquered in 1453. So, but what year did Ayubi came here to try to conquer this area, and he fell here as I don't know. I have to look up on the internet, but I'm just always so tired, and yeah, it's always busy. But yeah, today it's a Sunday and it's going to be very busy. But yeah, anyway, returning to the topic. So we are all going to be impacted by this thing, and the economy is going to be worse, and I don't know how the rent and stuff. I mean, I just don't, to be honest, I don't want to be stuck in a crowded city because I know the rent is going to be more, and there's just not really a way out of this situation. But the worst thing for me is that my home country, I cannot even rely on my home country at all because I absolutely don't matter in my home country. I'm, you know, especially that I'm here where I am. They really don't appreciate anyone who, I mean, so I'm stuck in between nowhere, you know, like basically, as you know, the religions can cause conflict and difficulty, and still to this day there is a lack of, I don't know, lack of understanding between religions. So basically my home country is well, Orban wants to keep, you know, the country Christian. Where I am, most of the people, the predominantly Muslim country. So basically I'm nowhere in between, which is very tough for me because I don't come from this culture, and but the majority follow, you know, these. I know, you know, people fast during these months of Ramadan, but as you can look at me, I feel very unwell. My mouth dries up very quickly. I'm very unwell, and so I can't fast or something now. Besides, he's at the tiny rental flat and he cannot walk, and so I have to get something for him from here, and because he has to take medications, cannot fast because you know, the normally he doesn't, we don't eat at, you know, nighttime, or I mean 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or something. We don't eat normally, so because he has to take medications at the same time. So, and besides, as I don't feel well, so I don't fast today. But yeah, I keep wanting to drink water. I feel so terrible, just feel embarrassed that right now I'm near a mosque, and to drink water it feels like, you know, nobody would say anything, but you would feel like if somebody saw you, they would maybe I mean, there's such an Arabic phrase, Waliyadeen, or lay something deen, Waliyadeen, like your religion is to yourself. And so like some people have this attitude that they don't care much about Christians or atheists or other, like, you know, their religion is to themselves and your religion is to yourself. Kind of, there's an Arabic saying, I don't know Arabic, that's why I can't paraphrase the lakum wa dinukum waliyadeen, or what is it? I don't remember. Yeah, it sucks for me that I'm from a small European country and I don't speak Arabic, and I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here without the so-called knowledge, and I'm just feel, I don't know, crap about myself. And Orban doesn't care about any of us. Orban just cares about, Ukraine is bad, Ukraine is this. I'm just sick of this type of attitude that, you know, he says Ukraine is trying to interfere in the elections in Hungary, and what? And Hungary is such a small country. Why do people think it's important? I I just feel it's not important. I'm from that country, but I really feel like I'm so alone in this world that I don't belong anywhere. It's like, um, so yeah, I don't can't read the messages. It's so bright. I don't know if anybody is trying to send me insults. I have no idea. It's so bright. It's terrible how bright it is. But the worst part is the winds and not pleasant weather. I mean, the sun is okay, but not the actually not much for my skin. I have a lot of difficult. I don't put sunscreen on. I should. Even this time, like springtime, I should use sunscreen, but I don't know. I don't, because, well, you never know. I mean, sometimes I hear that sunscreens, actually, some of them are bad because they can cause skin cancer too. So it's not only the sun that hits you directly that you can get skin cancer. Those of you like who are unlucky like me with white skin, you know, very oversensitive skin. But I mean that's the difficulty for me, because yeah, I should put some hat on or something to cover my face, not to get the sunshine. But yeah, still, well, whatever, I get skin cancer or other. Actually, my throat is still aching, but on public transportation there's a lot of coughing people. So I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, already I think we are towards the end of the days very much, because nobody cares about anybody else that much. You know, I mean, the war in the Middle East and in Lebanon and in other places, you know. Having said all of those things, you know, I'm not happy when, you know, any country gets bombarded, like be it Israel or something, you know. I'm not saying this is, you know, cool. No, absolutely. I think the issue is that we got to the point where there is no return from the downfall of humanity. I think. I mean, it's already has started, you know, but it's getting worse and worse when people don't respect each other for anything. It's just, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's beyond me, and people are going to blame me for something I haven't done. I have been trying to be respectful to all, but actually the fact is that I just don't belong anywhere. I feel like it's like I have pressure that I should be something, but actually I don't come from this culture. I'm respectful, but I'm just saying, it's just, and when you don't have the conviction that other people have in their lives, you know, they are very convinced about certain things. For me, neither Christianity nor Islam means solution. Actually, I feel abandoned by both religions. Actually, I don't belong to any of. Yeah, I have heard of prophecies in the Bible and the last days, and with Jehovah's Witnesses I was studying the Bible for a while when I was allowed to study. Now I can't even hang out with anyone. But anyway, back then at least I could talk to someone in English, but nowadays no such thing. Anyway, I should not keep it long because I have to go back, because poor him, he is not able to walk much, and he would like to have something from here, like something that I can carry on the tram or stuff, you know. But yeah, and we have to go to the hospital on Friday or so. So not any fun topic. Actually, it's just I don't know. The days get more boring and more difficult, actually. I mean, when I think of it. And this is just part of the solution. He has issues with the other leg, the same type of thing, but they are not going to do surgery this year, perhaps, but another time. So it's not going to be solved. It's just half the solution. So it's not pleasant. And yeah, as we get old and getting older and older, things are not going to be fun. Again, somebody is coughing. So it's like everywhere I go on tram, public transportation, there is something in the air. I can't see what it is, but irritation of the throat. Like you just think, is it because of the traffic? Because this city has a lot of traffic. I think so. There's something about it, or I mean, how many vehicles are on the roads? I can't. I always traffic every hour, every day. That's why it's so difficult to be here. But the thing is, I have no home in Hungary or anywhere else. Absolutely no home. Stuck. And the rent is going, I think, because of this frigging war in the Middle East, the rent is going to be higher. And how the hell I'm going to be able to pay for that rent? I don't know. I mean, it's just beyond me. I'm just already exhausted. And this morning when I got off the tram, I was like, I couldn't breathe. And I was like, pardon. Like getting off the tram is like a torture. Like I'm just so crowded, and I have to I take my bag off and just like so that I wouldn't hit anybody. Like for example, like it's on my shoulder. Like if you try to go through a tiny space, filled with people, you try to be polite and get out of the way, and they have to move so that they let you. But you have to be patient, and sometimes as the brakes the tram is using, sometimes it's difficult to stand on your feet. It's like the same type of thing that I go through every time I go into town. uh, but this is nothing compared to the metrobus. Oh, that's even way worse. But the tram is pretty terrible. I mean, how crowded it gets. So very difficult. I'm not really keen on getting back again. It will be busy, but I have to hurry up because the longer I wait, the busier it will get. So anyway, that's just for showing you something. I mean, other than the neighborhood that I'm showing you all the time, which is boring, the same place. But yeah, that's it. So I don't have any hope for this world, and people are going to fight. Even if the war temporarily stops, it's going to resume because people are not going to be able to get along. Because there's no respect, and there are too many people, and there is evil amongst all of us. And maybe even ourselves, we are not good, I think. Anyway, bye.